We are live this afternoon with Dr. Benita, and
what just happened? I don't know. Something just happened. I don't know what happened. Okay. I can't hear.
just a little bit of a snafu. It's okay. We're all right.
Okay.
We're good.
Okay.
So anyway, just let's go ahead and get started and tell me, how long have you been in the Mansfield area?
My husband and I have been in the Mansfield ISD area for over 20 years.
Okay. All right. That's quite a long time.
Yes.
Now, have you had children in the school system or?
Yes, we do. We have had children in the school system. One daughter we have together. I have bonus children. They're adults now.
I like that. Bonus children.
Yes.
Okay. And they're adults now?
They're adults now, but yes, our daughter has been in the Mansfield ISD system.
Okay. All right. So you are running for school board place 3, correct?
Yes, I am running for school board place 3.
Okay.
That is correct.
Okay. So let me just kind of ask you a big picture question, but as you look at whether it's just public education or MISD or any school district, what do you feel like some of the most common challenges are today?
Great question. I think especially now after these last 2.5 years, I would say the most challenging things, I think we have about 3 challenges. One is definitely related to excellence for all children. I see that as an issue because I see that in Mansfield specifically, that according to the TAPER report, our scores have dropped a little bit based on the STAR test. We were at 52% and we dropped down a little bit. However, we dropped down about 10%. I believe, as Dr. Sweezy stated, that there was learning disruptiveness. And so I understand that. I do believe, though, that our teachers can definitely get us back on track because they have a passion for helping our students succeed. We do need to get up to not just close the gap, but I believe that we need to get rid of the gap, because if we don't, then we may have issues with our students passing from one level to the other. I don't see our having issues. Our teachers are well prepared. Our teachers have the skill set. Our teachers have a passion, as I said, for helping our students succeed. So if they are able to employ extension activities and what I call differentiated instruction to our kiddos, all learning styles, then I think we will be fine. But that is one of the major concerns. I do see readiness as another concern, because at the collegiate level, we want our students to transition from high school and MISD into college-ready courses. And so if our students are taking the TSI assessment, which is the placement examination, then we want to make certain that they don't have issues with writing, mathematics, and of course, reading is important because it affects both. So I am concerned that readiness may be an issue, but I do believe, again, that our teachers will prepare them if they're given the resources that we have available to us. In terms of military readiness, I would like to see an emphasis of mathematics, writing, and science, because in this area, as you know, we have a lot of military veterans, but we have a lot of military support and backing. So that in terms of military readiness, college readiness, and then career readiness, I would really like to see not just our 504 students and our special education students, but also our general education and our gifted and talented really get certified in different areas so that they have options. And then beyond that, I like to see them commit to working with maybe one of the businesses in the area so that we can develop those partnerships as well as the skills inside of the classroom and on the job, like on the job training. So I think those two are major. The last one, I think, Lori, I would say, I guess would be transparency and accountability. At this point, we are in a great position at MISD to build each other up. All of the stakeholders come to the table and say, listen, let's work together. Let's be honest about where our students are, because it's all about the students. And let's see how we can help each other. I think we need to listen to our parents and give them the power that they need to express their concerns about their students and their grades. We need to listen to them and not marginalize them. We should definitely trust our teachers, as I said, because the teachers are in the trenches and they're working with the students on a day-to-day basis. They know what works and what does not work. So they may be able to implement and suggest certain alterations or certain modal skills that need to be administered, or different implementation in terms of their accommodations. They're working with them diligently, so they know what needs to happen. With our gifted and talented students specifically, I really would like to see them develop some more, I guess I would say, develop some more entrepreneurial packages, so that, again, they could partner with one of the local burger places like Muya, or they could partner with one of the grocery stores. And they could also engage more in our, what we call, service learning projects. So those are the three major things: excellence for all of our children so that our test scores increase, then readiness for college, military, and career. And then lastly, I would say, would be our accountability and just transparency, trusting each other. All of the stakeholders come to the table for one purpose and one purpose only. That's to make certain our students improve and they are successful in whatever job or whatever career they plan to go into.
Okay. Can you tell me a little bit about your background and how you can pull on that to address these issues?
Yes, I would say I call myself a frontline worker. So that means that for all of my career, I have been working on the front lines in education. I'm an educator, first of all, and that means I see things from the perspective of teachers. So I can see things just as teachers see them, and I can see options and like to be solution oriented. Secondly, I've been an administrator before, so I've had the opportunity to write, evaluate, and approve different reports, such as outcomes reports, retention reports, different contracts, sometimes in that capacity. So I've seen things from the administrative perspective. And then as a parent, we like to know that our children are being nurtured at school, and MISD does a great job of that. So as a parent, I have the empathy, and I also want to maintain the autonomy, to make certain that my kiddo is fine, just like everybody else's. So with all of those different perspectives, that trifecta, if you will, then I come to the table with a group of professionals with a unique viewpoint. And I believe that I could share insights from all three of those perspectives that will help us to get our students where we'd like for them to be and even beyond.
Is there, and this is the last question, but is there a reason why you are running for school board?
Yes, there is a reason why. It's a true story, not necessarily a funny story, but my parents were both educators in Houston. And of course, I went to school in Houston, and I had an incident where I didn't do well one day on a math test. And I would not say math is my strong suit, but you still aim and you study. And when you don't do well, you feel a little bit down. Mm-hmm. And my Miss Ford, my science teacher, was the one who recognized it. And she challenged me that day. And so that day she said, either you can make this an opportunity where you just live your life in regret, or you can accept the challenge. So I've accepted the challenge. These last few years have been challenging for all of us. This is the time to me to run for school board, because I have the insight as an educator, as an administrator, and as a parent. And then this is the time for me, if I can be quite honest, for my family, that for the first 8 years of my daughter's life, my dad was here with us. Excuse me for getting emotional.
That's okay.
And we had to bring him here because he had just completed treatment. And I was so grateful. My husband and I took care of my dad at the time. And what we tried to do was normalize our daughter's life while taking care of my dad and making his life normal. We had to go to doctor's appointments. We had to go to the hospital the times that he was hurt or he needed help, sometimes just needing oxygen. And then we had to go in and out of rehabilitation centers. And at that time, we were doing double duty as parents, taking care of my dad, whom we both loved, all three of us, and then normalizing our daughter's life. So at the time, I could not commit. But when my father passed, I promised myself I would complete my degree. It was difficult because I wanted to complete it prior to his passing so he could see me. I was able to complete the degree just last year. So now I can devote the time that is needed for our students here in Mansfield ISD. At the time, I would not have been able to do that. But now I have the time, I have the support of my husband, and I have the support of my daughter. She even encouraged me to run. So now that our family has shifted somewhat, I believe the time is right for me to work on behalf of the students in Mansfield ISD to bring all that I have been through as a 30+ year veteran in education, as an administrator, and definitely as a parent who understands that we want our children to succeed in every capacity in life.
Wow. We're going to end it on that note.
Really?
See how easy that was?
Well, you say easy. I don't know.
You handled it like a pro. All right. So we're going to get off Facebook. Thank you so much. I appreciate it and look forward to seeing you at the candidate forum.
Yes. Thank you so much, Lori. I really appreciate you. And I'm grateful to have this opportunity to serve for our students and our Mansfield ISD district.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Thank you.